So I was just talking to one of my friends about this, and he was like, yo, I should probably watch the first two films before I watch this one. At least that way I'll get a better understanding of what's going on. And I was like, yo, you don't have to. This is the third film, but it's also a spinoff and a prequel to the first films. It's showing you everything that took place before the first film, but you can still go watch this movie right now and enjoy it. You have Sam, who's a terminally ill cancer patient who lives in a hospice outside of New York City. But one of the nurses approached Sam and he's like, hey, look, I'm going to take a group of people to Manhattan to see a show. Do you want to come along? And she's like, yeah, sure. I'll come along if we get to stop for pizza. So after they watch the show, they leave the show, they get back on the bus. Next thing you know, the other people that are on the bus, the other patients on the bus, they're looking out the windows and they see like this meteor shower. These things coming from the sky, there's an explosion, there's vehicles everywhere. And in all the commotion, Sam gets knocked unconscious, and then after she wakes up to hell on earth. So after a few days, she runs into a guy named Eric, who was in Manhattan during the time attending law school, and her and Eric decide to stick together. So then it's her, Eric, and her cat Frodo. And if you've already seen the films War of the Worlds, Cloverfield, Independence Day, any film that involves an alien invasion, you know the key to survival is to remain silent. You being quiet and just going undetected. At least until the good guys can figure out how to fight the aliens off. So that's all I can tell you without ruining the movie. I don't want to ruin the movie because I realize, the movie just came out. A lot of people haven't seen it yet. So that's all I can tell you without giving it away. You want to hear a quick story? You remember in 2020 when COVID hit, it was the beginning of March of 2020. I went to the movie theaters because that year, A Quiet Place 2 was supposed to come out on March 20th of that month. But, when COVID hit, everything closed. Like the whole city was closed, the movie theater was closed. And here in Atlanta, there's an AMC theater that I like to go to, and on the first floor there's a Main Event. Main Event is just like Dave & Buster. For some odd reason, they were still open, but the movie theater on the second floor of the building was closed. So I went up there and I just started walking around with my mask on and I started recording. And like they always have those big cardboard posters that are in the hallway when they're advertising movies that are about to come out. So there I was, I took a picture of it and I just kind of walked around a little bit, and people were telling me to go home and all this. Like, yo, this place is closed. This movie theater's been closed for like 2 months now. When I took this photo, it was May 6, 2020. This place was still closed, and the movie theater didn't open up till like almost a year later. It was like towards the end of 2020. So yeah, I was in a real quiet place because I wanted to see this movie. I waited for it, but the movie theater stayed closed because of COVID. COVID messed everything up. So yeah, I was in a real quiet place when I went to go see this film, and everything was still closed.